Hello YouTube, UltraMaximus back with another Transformers review. This time we're taking a look at a Transformers G1 figure, and it's a commemorative series figure from Toys R Us. The old school commemoratives, oh, I miss these. This was from Series 5, and it's Autobot Inferno. Yes, I've actually never had this figure. I got this guy off of a guy named Carl from Cybertron Cafe, aka Boomer, and this was in a lot of figures that I bought from him. And this figure's actually never been really out of package per se. He did open it up to make sure all the parts were in there. It's never been transformed, which is kind of cool. The box is in okay condition. I really didn't pay all that much for this figure, so the box, you know, it's got a little wear. I mean, this is an old Toys R Us exclusive figure, but I got this guy because, well, I've never had him, and I do like Inferno. I like the character. I like a good fire truck Transformer. The Generations Hotspot figure, the blue fire truck, is amazing. I love that mold, and they actually used that mold for this particular figure at one point, which I really like to get. I just haven't got a hold of it, and they repainted it for Artfire, which was really nice. So, again, this is a G1 figure. It's a reissue. We've got this nice Dreamwave artwork here. We have the original Transformers logo up here, Commemorative Series 5. We have Autobot Inferno down there, looking really nice. The Hasbro logo, just really, really cool. I love the homage to the old school G1 there. Here's the side of the package. We have the red blocks on the black with the Dreamwave image there. We've got Inferno with the Autobot logo, changing from a fire truck to a robot and back. It's awesome. And the original Transformers logo, just so nice. Here's the other side, which is basically the same thing. Bottom of the package has a picture of him in robot and fire truck mode. The Transformers and Inferno there. Top of the package is exactly the same. Now, the nice thing is, this was one of those sets where you open it up and you got this nice little internal image. And it looks really cool. I love him. Looks real nice sitting there. We got the Autobot logo with this kind of yellow neon around it. Here are the other figures that were available in this series. We've got Autobot Jazz, which I do have. There's Silver Streak, aka Blue Streak. I think this is the first time we see him named as Silver Streak, actually. Thundercracker. We also have Trax and the G1 Hoist, which is nice. Oh, I'm sorry, this was Series 3 here, and then this was Series 5. I'm surprised they don't have Series 4 here. That's kind of interesting. The other really cool thing is, because we've got him in package, looking really nice, the Transformers logo is at the bottom of the package. That's really nice. But yeah, very cool stuff. Only one missile is detached back there, which is very cool. Very nice. So let's get this guy out of package and see what we think. Alright, so here we have Inferno out of package, and he looks good. He is pristine. Obviously, we have his arms there. I mean, there's just blatantly robot arms. But the rest of the figure actually looks really, really nice. It's a pretty good sized figure. I do like it. You can tell it's never been transformed because it's still got the little rubber bands on it, which is really, really cool. Some interesting things about it just out of package I noticed. It does have a painted on Autobot logo up front, which is interesting, and it's got the fire department logo painted on the sides. I believe the original toys were stickers, so that's kind of interesting, but I like the paint apps. I've never been a big sticker guy. The instructions and sticker sheet has never been opened, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to leave it in package. I'm not actually going to utilize them. And it's interesting, it's got the Japanese on the sticker set, so it obviously came from a Takara. They just rebranded it with the Hasbro. It's got his little white winglets that we will see. So we'll throw those off to the side. Here's his missile set. And then Carlhead did say he pulled one of the missiles out to make sure that everything was functional and it worked. So there it is. And it's interesting, it comes with 3 missiles. So it came with extra missiles. Why toys don't do that today, I don't know. But that was pretty cool of Hasbro to do at the time, or Takara. You've got the little fists, old school Transformers. They just like to plug the fists in, which is pretty darn cool. And then you have his gun. Sure, okay, there it is. But looking at the fire truck, so let me back it up here a little bit. I mean, it looks pretty good. I like it. You know, obviously that is a robot arm. I like the detail of the hose there. I think that's pretty cool. We have the stabilizers right there. They are in chrome. He's got 2 of them. Old school fire trucks used to have those where they would clamp those down so they had you know, stabilization when it was shooting water out, or it's hooking up to get to people, those kind of things. You see that in tow trucks, like heavy-duty tow trucks, which is really cool. It does have rubber tires, which is very cool, of old-school Transformers. It's got the red wheels. Very nice, very cool. I love the chrome on the bumper. All the chrome accents just looks really nice. He's got a little water cannon in the back. Very cool stuff. And then it's got the little ladder that does go up as such. And let me zoom out a little bit. Zoom. Get a little. And it should have, yep, an extended ladder. I mean, this thing extends up really, really high. That is cool. You don't see that really in Transformers today. And I really do like that. So let me compare that to Transformers so you can get a height on it. Let's use... Oh, goodness. I'm going to fall over. Transformers Prime Voyager class Megatron. So, yeah, that's a good height comparison right there. Pretty cool. I like it. Definitely fun stuff. Very fun. I mean, that's just... that's what a fire truck toy needs. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. I mean, it just looks really, really good. It's a very basic figure. It's very nice. The back end still doesn't look bad. I like the diamond plating on the back. That's cool. I mean, even though we have the spacing there, I mean, it's just a really decent little fire truck for a 1980s figure. Absolutely. I'd like to get a new updated version. In fact, I'd like to see this guy come around in another show. I think he would be fun. So let's get him into robot mode. And well, actually, before we get into robot mode, let's actually look at him with another G1 figure. So here's G1 Jazz. Before I forget about it, G1 Jazz here with him. Very cool stuff. Now, Jazz is... he's got a lot of die-cast. This guy doesn't. He has... the only die-cast he's got is actually back here, I think. And that's not, that's not even die-cast. He doesn't have any die-cast in him. I don't know if the original figure had die-cast on him or not, because I never had him. He was kind of a later stage figure to come out. But yeah, size comparison to Jazz, roughly the same length. He's obviously taller. As far as width, there you go on width. A little bit bigger. Just a little smidge bit bigger. I mean, it's obviously, this thing should probably really be twice the size of Jazz there. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get Inferno into his robot mode and see what we think. Alright, so here we have Inferno in his robot mode. And he looks pretty darn cool. He's a pretty big, stable robot. It's kind of funny because I thought there was no die-cast on this guy, but his feet are actually, there is some metal, not much, down here on the bottom of it. But that's really about it. That's all the guy's got. He looks really good. I like the head sculpt. I mean, he has zero articulation. He is a G1 toy. I really do like that head sculpt. It looks really nice. Of course, he comes with 2 fists. If you want to put the fists in both sides, you can. He's got his little kind of missile arm that is predominant in the show. We do see that. I think there's a couple episodes where they misdraw it and you see the fist on both both arms. Now, like Devastator and a lot of the other G1 toys, the fists are actually missiles, as well as the chrome missile, so you can actually shoot off by pushing the button and the little fist would pop off. I remember that as a kid. I was like, ugh, why would they do that? I remember losing a couple of them because of that. But overall, I mean, yeah, he's pretty tall. He's pretty cool. I do like him. He's a big, bulky robot. Very nice. I really wish I had this as a kid, actually, looking back at him. He's got his ladder that kind of hangs off the back. The wings just kind of peg into place. And, I mean, it takes a second to figure out, oh, it goes back on the shoulders. And I didn't realize that this piece swings down so that the front of the cab can come up. And then you kind of swing this up here to get the head to click on there. I mean, that took a second to figure out, and I'm like, do I really have to get the instructions out on how to transform a G1 toy? Is this going to happen? But, you know, that was kind of fun. It was a little bit more complicated than I thought. The other cool thing that I noticed, there are translucent siren bulbs up here on the top, which is really, really cool. I do like that. Very nice stuff. Again, just looking at this figure makes me want a Generations version of this guy. You know, I did like the Hotshot fire truck, but I want a full-on new version of this guy. I know we've got the repaint of him. He was done as Hook. He was done as Hotshot, Artfire, and then they did an Inferno figure, but I'd still like another one. I don't know. It's just me. I'd like another one. So let's compare him to G1 Jazz in robot mode and see how they stack up. So as you can see, he is a lot bigger than Jazz in his robot mode. Vehicle mode, they're about the same size, but in robot, Inferno really comes out on top, which is really, really cool. I do like it. Now, I noticed in the on the box, these little chrome pieces were kind of upright like this, and I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be, because that's the way he looked, or these pieces were up in the fire truck mode, and they do move, so I just presumed that these would fold down. I don't know. If you had this toy as a kid, how did you have that set up? I think that looks a little bit cleaner, and it shows off the little white wings a little bit better on him. So, yeah, I mean, pretty cool. Again, not much articulation. The head doesn't move. You've got a swing joint that really doesn't do much there. There is an elbow joint. The hands have zero articulation. They just launch off. There is no articulation in the hips. The feet do move a little bit because that's part of transformation, but that's really about it. You used to transform these, and, well, you know, in the old commercials, you would just see the kids doing this. Attack! And, well, yeah, that was pretty much it. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. I do like him. I'm glad I got him. Boomer, thanks for selling him to me. Very cool stuff. It's nice to have another G1 figure in the collection. So there he is, the G1 Commemorative Edition Series 5 Inferno from the original Transformers. Thanks for watching, guys, and look for more videos in the future.